Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's video, we're going to be going over what we could expect to see in tonight's trailer for The Mandalorian Season 2, Trailer 2. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Greetings to all you Jedi, Padawans, and younglings out there. This is Star Wars Coffee, covering everything you need to know about the latest developments, news, and leaks in Star Wars, and as always, giving you my analysis. The Mandalorian Season 2 Trailer 2 is premiering tonight, Monday, October 19th, during Monday Night Football. Now, for those of you who don't really care about sports or football in general, The Mandalorian likely is to be displayed during 9:30 and 10:15. So there are two games tonight, and likely we'll be seeing this preview in the second game. So there always seems to be some confusion in different time zones, given the inconsistency of sports, specifically when they actually start the game. It's slated for 8:15. The coverage could be going on until 8:30 and the game actually kicks off. So it's unsure when they're actually going to start the game. But for Monday night games, they usually end up being done at halftime, as they have in the past for The Rise of Skywalker, for The Mandalorian, for Solo, for all of these things. They usually take place during halftime. So typically, Monday night games, they usually end up being between 9:30 and 10:15. So somewhere at that point is when you can expect to see the preview for the second trailer. Now, if you don't want to bother with that, you can just do what you would normally be doing, and I will post the trailer the second that it goes up. And the second that it airs, you can expect within the next 10 minutes for me to have the trailer on the channel. So that way you guys can just keep up to date that way without having to actually watch any football if you don't want to. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for that. Now, we get an exclusive sneak peek of what we can expect to see with the latest TV spot, which would be essentially a couple of Easter eggs buried within there. So it looks like it's going to be a big sequence that involves speeder bikes gunning off of cliffs. So typically what they're doing is they're teasing the second trailer. So that's why it's the Trailer 2 teaser. So could it be some type of jailbreak, get a clearer picture on Monday, which is tonight again. We see Cara Dune and Greef Karga on the controls of a vehicle. So perhaps it's some type of transport, and they're very familiar with these alien sticks. They're head into the scene. So it's the Mythrol from the very first episode of the series, which most people probably missed this, because this scene with Greef Karga and Cara Dune lasted like half a second, if that, and you see him stick his head out and kind of being jerked forward. So, portrayed by actor Horito Sanz. So, the Mythrol alien the Mandalorian captured in the first season of the series looks to be free of his carbonite captivity. It would be interesting to see him cross paths with the Mandalorian again. It's possible that this takes place on Navarro, as Cara Dune and Greef Karga have been there in the trailer, and this is where they stayed at the end of Season 1. So expect that scene to be displayed in more detail tonight's trailer. Now, a lot of you have been asking me about what Kessel Run Transmissions has been talking about when they suggested to us that an Ahsoka scene with Rosario Dawson was filmed, I guess at this point about 2 months ago, and they suggested that this was going to be exclusively for marketing purposes and maybe being sticked in front of a episode. And a lot of you guys have been wondering where that is, and have been asking me where that is. And so I would say if we're going to get something, hopefully that would be tonight, if they're going to plan on teasing Ahsoka and giving us that first look at her before she actually debuts in one episode of the show. So it would make sense for them to do this, given the fact that we would all be able to digest the look of the character, the feel of the character, and get all of our thoughts out before we actually see the character in an episode. So that way the narrative coming out of that episode isn't us dissecting the look of the character and the tone of the character and the body language of the character, but rather the actual storyline with the character, as opposed to just what Rosario Dawson looks like. So I would say it would be smart for Disney to put at least a still, like they did with Sasha Banks, in the trailer so that we would be able to dissect it and analyze it and get comfortable with Rosario Dawson's look. So apparently, for those of you who are unaware of what I'm talking about, those of you asking me know that the Ahsoka promo that Kessel Run Transmissions has said to have been filmed with Rosario Dawson weeks prior to the trailer being released was not in the first trailer, not in the teaser for the second trailer, so hopefully it's in there tonight. And what that supposedly depicts is Ahsoka with her lightsabers, blue lightsabers according to Star Wars Newsnet, taking down 2 bounty hunters. Now, whether these are just like other fellow Mandalorians or just different type of bounty hunters altogether is yet to be seen, as we have not seen this footage yet, but supposedly this is going to be used in the marketing. Now, given the fact that we got this teaser, it doesn't make it seem like that's going to be today. So perhaps what they're going to do is just use it before the episode of Ahsoka comes out and giving us one of those teasers that way. But whether it remains to be seen, whether we actually get to see Ahsoka tonight will be found out in short order. Now, given what else we can expect, I wouldn't expect to see anything about Boba Fett. Maybe you could see a Tamara Morrison type of thing in there. I wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't expect to see anything from Timothy Olyphant, because what Disney has been doing is going with their known entities, which means they're going with the core characters that we've already met, which is also why we got Dimithral in there, because we've already seen him from episode 1 of the series. So when it comes to expecting new characters, I wouldn't get your hopes up, especially given the teaser that we've gotten really only depicts the core characters that we've already seen. So don't get your hopes up to see Ahsoka, don't get your hopes up to see Boba Fett, don't get your hopes up to see Timothy Olyphant or Michael Biehn or any of those characters. I just don't think Disney would be doing that, but if they do, that would be great. It just doesn't seem that way based on the teaser that they gave us for this second trailer. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.